Hello, good evening. It's me, Reza Gaming. How's everyone doing tonight? By the Pepsi. I'm doing okay. Work continues to be busy, but we're surviving. We're making it through, and I actually have a plan for tonight. We are doing more ONI, because I have a plan. So let's hop on over to the game. So, as you may have figured out, I need to turn the audio on. Here we go. As you may have figured out, our session tonight is going to be themed around the steam vent, a hot steam vent. And they're quite interesting to tame. I think now that we've got a decent amount of lead from the other planet, and we've got a decent amount of iron as well, I think we have everything we need to tame this. And I'm going to go ahead and try and do it because it seems like a fun little challenge to do at the moment. It probably would be easier just to send the dupes over to the other planet and build a cool steam vent tamer over here with the same resources, but we've done that a lot before. And we have done a hot steam vent recently, and they're quite fun. Hey Neo. Yes, I said my name. I did the correct thing. The challenge with this one will be actually laying it out space-wise. So, to just give you... Let me just do something quickly. Right, here we go. Display on. So, I took a screenshot. I actually have something prepared. I took a screenshot from a previous base where we made a hot steam vent tamer. And I'll explain the principle behind what we're going to do. So, with the hot steam, it comes out at 500 degrees C, and it comes out at a relatively high flow rate. So, what you want to do is you want to feed it to steam turbines without the room filling up and the geyser thus overpressurizing. But the steam turbine generates max power at with 5 outlets at 200 degrees C. So, the extra heat from the steam is going to just be deleted. We want to harvest as much of that heat as possible for power. We might as well. So what I actually want to do is I want to hook up more steam turbines, but with fewer outlets. Because if you reduce the amount of outlets that the steam turbine has exposed to the steam, you reduce the flow rate, but because of the heat from the steam, you still get the same amount of power. Each of these steam turbines is only processing 800 grams per second of water. And it's still getting the full 850 watts. So we can get a huge amount of power out of this and the same amount of water if we just make more turbines. But the issue with this is that it takes up a lot of space. You need to have the steam turbines positioned such that steam can get to these outlets without getting outcompeted by the other steam vents. And then you need these are going to be so hot they can't be self-cooled, so you will need a liquid loop to cool everything down properly. And a thermal aquatuner with polluted water will do it, and then you can just cool the steam turbine, taking the heat from this, and then it's all good. And it generates a lot of power. Positive. Hey Carmitch, yeah, it's going all right. I'm just outlining my plan for today. We're not going to replicate this build exactly though. This was a higher output steam vent. What we're going to do is I'm going to switch it back to the game. So yeah, we do not have that much space. We have the teleporter right here. We have our natural gas room right down here. So what I'm thinking is we just make a very little crawl space for all the steam to come out of, and we just have all the turbines in series, but we just keep some of the outputs blocked anyways. And I'm not exactly sure how this is going to look or work, but it should be pretty interesting. In terms of access, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a 2-tile wide bit. We're going to have all the steam turbines here. Because the peak steam output is 2.3 kilograms per second, we should only need 3 steam turbines, and that should be enough to absorb all of the steam before it can build up. At least it's the aim. I'm going to put one over here, and we probably could fit a third one on top. This is going to look very weird. What I may do is I may put 2 over here, if I can fit them in, then put a third over here. There'll be a 4th with the aquatuner loop in it, and then we'll have a liquid lock so we could enter the whole setup. But yes, this is going to take some thought. But the first thing we'll do is we'll just clear the whole area. That's something I can do. So yeah, let's just dig all the stuff. Dig, dig, dig. Got 5 hydrogen rockets operational. Nice. I saw you posted something on Discord. I didn't quite have time to look at it. I'll have a look at it later. I think what I might do is if people post stuff in the Discord during the stream, I might do like a wrap up and see what people post at the end of the session. But that's only if there's like lots of stuff going on there. But yeah, we've got natural gas over here. I want to pump this back into our storage because it's a pretty large amount of natural gas. There's a few impurities. What is this? There's a small amount of oxygen and a large amount of carbon dioxide. I think what I want to do is I want to delete this. So if we build tiles here, that should work. We'll delete all of those gases and then we'll pump the rest of this back in here. So gas pump can go here. Yeah, we turned this vent off a while ago. Gas pipe can go. I guess we never removed this pipe. That is likely to be very hot pipe now. I don't really care. We'll just hook it through anyways because it's convenient. And then we'll run it past here, and I guess we'll just vent it out here. That's absolutely fine. We won't power that until we've cleared the other gases in here because I don't want to filter this. But we will want to dig a load of stuff out. What FPS do I get at the moment? Right. So, I'm running OBS. I'm not really running anything else. I've actually got my stream monitoring on a different machine now. So I'm currently getting about 60 FPS. And we've got, we haven't got a huge amount. We've got 8 dupes. We've got a relatively exposed base. We've got a small number of critters. But yeah, you've probably got less frames than me, hopefully. Otherwise, I'm in trouble. Lots better? That's good. When I used to monitor the stream on this computer as well, the same machine I'm streaming with, the FPS was a lot worse. You may have noticed that in stream number 3 on YouTube, I think. This playthrough. But I'm gonna try hard to make sure that I don't do that anymore. Make sure I have as little running on this computer as possible other than the game. I don't think you guys have too much else to do. I'm trying to get you guys to sweep ice out of our transformers just so it doesn't melt. Yesterday we set up a load of transformers so we can hook up all the power sources in our base to each other. And that way we can take excess hydrogen from the SPOM and use it to power things as needed. Eventually I'm going to do something with metal refineries over here. I'm just going to disable these. We don't want any eggs in here. Yeah, disable these, please. We'll figure out a different use for this space later. I had an idea of putting metal refineries here, but I don't know. It would be nice to have metal refineries so some of the dupes can access them, but we've got a volcano here that I want to use later, so I don't know. Yeah, these should be priority 9. What about the other construction? That's all priority 9 too. Great. We're off to a good start. Whatever, we'll be fine. This steam vent is active for another 50 cycles, so we're going to have to unfortunately build this while this is active, but that will just add to the challenge. Yeah, this room is now free of gas impurities. Leofar's drip pump is working as intended. That's all good. I've noticed that OBS's stats have changed. No longer shows how many people have viewed my channel. It just shows up as 0. That's fine. You're at 5 FPS. I don't think I ever got that bad. I think I stopped playing usually when it gets below 10. And I think that's the main aim of this playthrough, is to not get below 10. Like, to actually get to late game and, like, not have massive performance issues. Yeah, I'm gonna have fun getting this done. Let's speed to it for a little bit. I should probably get rid of all this polluted water. How are we gonna do that? Who's made a mess? Albert's made a mess again. Ah, yes, you have food poisoning. I left you with food poisoning at the end of last stream. Yeah, funnily enough. You know what? I'm just going to send you back. I don't need you to do anything else urgently here anymore. Come back. We're just going to abandon the... We're going to abandon that mess. There you go. Have fun. 3, 2, 1, go. Come back, we need you. We're not dealing with this planet today. We're actually gonna focus on one task. Yeah. Go to Lou, actually go to functioning base. Right, so we got rid of the oxygen, we can get rid of this next. We'll sweep up all this water in here as well. That's what you get when you have a CPU released in 2012. You're doing pretty well then. How am I going to get all this out of here? Could pitcher pump it. We used a load of polluted water to fill this loop. Do we have any seeds? We do actually have pinch of peppers now. How hot is it over here? Not very. We don't have any very hot areas apart from the, you know, I don't know. This area is quite hot. I could temporarily grow some pinch of peppers over there, maybe. I think what I actually do is I just set up another pipe here. We just shift it somewhere else. But I definitely don't want this water hanging around here because we might build turbine-related stuff here. This polluted water is all going to go into... This is all going to go into the cooling loop for the steam turbines later, so I should conserve this. We send it somewhere. Interesting. Let's build a load of reservoirs over here. There's not going to be steam-related stuff over here. So that'll do for now. This will stop it from off-gassing as well. That is one advantage of liquid reservoirs, is that liquids don't off-gas inside. Okay, deconstruct that from there. You can deconstruct this tile as well. I'm going to deconstruct this tile as well, because otherwise it's going to look odd. And to be honest, we actually just want to get it to the point where we can sweep it up. Let's see. We need this bridge to go the other way. We want to empty this pipe here. And then I want to disconnect this. This pipe will go in here. Give me a sec. See, I don't get how you guys all play this game and watch streams at the same time. I think my brain would melt if I tried to do that. Right, that should be a decent start. I mean, liquid reservoirs take up roughly the same amount of space as the liquids do on the tiles. It's slightly less, but this should be good enough to hold all of this. So that's all prior to 9. That's good. I need to shut my door. I'll be back in a sec. Also, very quickly, Whiskers. Whiskers is having a nap. We've spotted them in the act. They're there. And also, the sick fish is pretty much completely better now. You can see the frogs as well. You can see the frogs lying in the tray. I don't know what they're up to. I don't think they're breeding. I think they're just having fun with each other. But yeah. Anyways, back to the game. Let's get some ladders built over here as well. And then we can get rid of a load of this stuff. Because we basically want to get rid of all the stuff going up to the teleporter level. And then I'm just going to dig all of this as well. I can go over here. Remove this tile. The moment we're dumping polluted water in here to freeze. It's not quite getting there. But I mean, that'll be okay for now. We're dumping very, very small amounts of polluted water in here as well. But that's not going to be issues. Alright, we'll speed up a little bit. Hey, Lifeguard88. I was just catching up with your previous streams. Fridge you did. How's the heat dissipating now in the region of Fridge? And thanks so much for putting us online. Oh, you're welcome. I did see you followed the other day. Good to see you around. The heat dissipation. It's a little hot in here now that we've removed the frozen biome. It's not overly hot. It is effectively distributing the heat into the environment. Eventually, you're right, we will need to eventually hook this up to something. I could probably just run the pipe going... I could probably just run this polluted water pipe through this too. I think we may just do that. It's right here. Good idea. I think we can just run a regular pipe past this and that'll be fine. So I can go like this. Let's build that out of granite. Should be okay. Yeah, it's no problem. I mean, to be honest, I just play this game all the time anyways. And now that I actually have a place where like I can get everything set up, like my fish and stuff, and I don't have to worry about moving. And I've got all this equipment for streaming and stuff. Like, I might as well stream it, because I enjoy talking to you guys. You guys always have loads of really good ideas. And it helps me make, like, productive use of my free time, because I play this game a lot anyways. I know a few things about the game. I'm definitely not perfect at it, and I like to make silly decisions on purpose. But, it's nice sharing that experience with people, because this game is hard. And yeah, heat management is hard. We're doing a lot of that, actually, at the moment. It certainly helps we have all these thermonullifiers helping us cool everything. They're not very strong, but they are very convenient. And they're strong enough for what we're doing at the moment. They won't be strong enough to handle the hot steam vent, though. So that's going to require a bit more of a clever solution. I'm going to prioritize and use digs. We have 8 dupes. They're all farters. They're all running around in their Atmo suits. The base, actually, we've done a pretty good job of clearing natural gas out of the base in general. It's starting to settle in here, but that's okay. Mostly just oxygen now, except for the Draco Ranch, as we've got a little bit of hydrogen on the top. This is not the best build for a Draco Ranch, but it is very easy. So it's usually what I do. You just take a room, you have the top 2 tiles not be airflows or doors. And then you just fill it with hydrogen, and half the time they're wandering around there. And it's usually enough plastic for what you need. We also get spare Dracos in here that we shave occasionally. So we made some more snazzy suits too, that's good. Albert, you can have a snazzy suit now that you're finished making a mess everywhere. The Marie Curie can have the next one. What are you doing? You're repairing an Atmo suit. That makes sense. Good job. Your geothermal power plant stopped because the conveyor was broken. Yes, that's something we should do at some point, is geothermal power. But, I mean, once we've got this online, this is going to be all the power we need on top of everything else we've got here. So, yeah, we're going to need some proper power consumers before we even consider geothermal. But, yeah. The 500 degree steam. I do have a plan. I know how to do it. The main issue... Oh, I'll bring it up again. So, the main issue is my previous design that I used that was really efficient was quite tall. And we don't have a tall space here. We have a wide space. So, we're going to have fun figuring out exactly how it looks. But I do have a plan. We also need a actual wire in here. That would be a good idea. So we're going to use partially blocked steam turbines to extract as much power out of this heat as possible. Because if you have steam above 200 degrees, you can still get the max 850 watts per turbine out of it, you don't need as much liquid going through it. I think 800 is the minimum you can get. It gets kind of weird if you have only one turbine, one inlet active. So I usually just use 2 and then divide the amount of steam turbines we're putting in. Right, we can't actually reach in here, so let's dig this. And while I'm at it, I'm also going to dig these tiles. There's what we construct.
There we go.
Hey Max, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Welcome back from Australia. Crikey, mate. Put a shrimp on the barbie. How you doing? We're back with Oni. Fish are excited. Usual. See you. Whiskers is actually out and about today, which is nice. Whiskers has been very shy recently, but they're here today to play Oni with her. And we have a fish in the frog tank at the moment because the fish was sick. But they are healthy again now, so that's all good. Also, I need to move the text. Hold on. No, I don't. That's fine. But yeah, we're back in Oni. We have flip farters. So it's a flipped asteroid. So there's lava on top, which is going to be very fun. And everyone is flatulent. So there's lots of natural gas everywhere. And we have a big natural gas room down here where it all gets processed. And that's going pretty well. We have a little pump in the base where we're collecting dribs and drabs. It's not very power efficient, but we're generating a huge amount of excess power with this base, and it's just going to go up and up, so I don't really mind power efficiency not being great at the moment. We have some automation here to turn it off when we've got just oxygen here, but that rarely happens. Probably because we've got this crawl space here where there's water. But yes, we've got oxygen going, we've got our SPOMs. Although, at this point, we've just hooked them up to transformers and we're connecting all of our power sources to each other, like we usually do. And now that we've done that, we're going to get a hot steam vent online today. Fairly early into the colony, because we can. No more farter dupes, so we're not allowed to take any of these guys. We're going to grab lime, because lime is always good. Get so much of it. We have a lot of hatches in here. Yeah, we mechanized our bristle blossoms as well, so all that food is going to the kitchen now. We accidentally sent a load of raw ones here, but I think they're being processed. That's all good. I'm actually tempted to put in a second kitchen, but I think the reality is that people just aren't prioritizing cooking that much. It would be nice if we got a proper chef. Got a giant pool of water at the bottom of your planetoid. Nice. We've got a very small pool of water. Some clothing being made here in the Draco lab. Got regular Dracos here, Phosphor Dracos above. And then the phosphorite goes into the Wheezeworts, which generate the radiation for the radiation lab. And then we have the reed fiber as well for all the clothes that we need. So I'm pretty happy with how this has turned out. We've improved our build on this since the Badlands boffins. I also have genetically mutated plants. I do have some. So we got some Lysy sleepweeds, which is not a very helpful mutation because sleepweeds grow super slowly. Yeah, sleepweeds grow super slowly, and every time they grow, we'll get a meal lice. Wow! I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, it basically does nothing. But we'll do something with sleepweed at some point. At the moment, we're just clearing all of this space so we can... Whoops! I broke this open. There was sand. Well, I guess we've just released the natural gas. That's okay. They're all running around in atmo suits anyways. Okay, forget all of this. Forget all of our clever planning. I'm not even going to bother reloading that. We'll be fine. We have natural gas. We've got loads of it in here already. I was not paying attention to the sand, so yeah, just remove all of this again. Good grief. We don't need any of this. So now, yeah, deconstruct everything over here. And then we're just gonna... I guess we'll just ladder over here and we'll dig out everything underneath. I'm literally just gonna move this ladder here. And there's a load of water here as well. We'll just let it drop into here and we'll do something with it later. So, yeah, I'm not really fussed about that water for now. Dig it all out, please. I think the 300 Paku you have contribute to the lag slightly. So here's the question. Are your Paku floating around in, like, a big body of water, or are they on one tile? Because I know for performance reasons, it's better to have them just in one tile. But whenever I do Paku, I always have, like, at least a room for them. Because I don't like fish abusing. I'm not a fish abuser. But, I think if we do Paku this time, we might do that. How's bathrooms going? Yeah, bathrooms are alright. Don't know why it said they're out of order. We're fine. How many Drecos we got in here? Yeah, Drecos have all been moved out. That's okay. Eggs are here. That's good. We've actually pushed all of this water up, so that's good. This is pretty much running out of water. There's hardly anything in here. So I think at this point, I move the pitcher pump over here. We tile this up and we just sweep the rest of this water to get rid of it. And then we seal it in, probably? I think. Use the Paku Advanced tag in the ONI Discord server. Nice. Yeah, we got some recreation buildings going yesterday as well. We got soda fountain, arcade cabinet, but these two we don't really have the ingredients for yet, but we'll use them at some point, and I just wanted all of my water-using buildings in the same room. Like, we're going to have the hot tub and sauna here as well eventually, but we'll, yeah, that's not an urgent priority. Yeah, polluted water is moving. It's all good. Let's remove this. Remove this too. Ladder. I'm actually going to remove the ladder, because I don't want people coming to the teleporter this way anymore. So split the Draco's plastic and the white ones in 2 rooms. Did I automate this as well? Yes, in that I started off with regular Dracos. I'm feeding all of the mealworts, so they mostly lay glossy Draco eggs, admittedly, but they do lay enough regular Draco eggs to replace themselves, provided I don't murder them all. All the eggs get sent to this room, and then whenever one of the breeders dies, I just have an alarm go off, and I just wrangle a guy. It's not very well automated, I'll admit, but it's automated enough that I don't have to think about it in general, which is good enough for me. And then the glossy Dracos go up here and they eat more mealworts. There's definitely better systems that people have done online, but I just do this because it's easy, and there's a little bit of effort just like wrangling these guys occasionally, but it's enough that I can deal with it, and I can't be bothered to make a better solution at the moment. Yeah, we'll just get rid of all of this. The gas pipe, that can all be removed too. Yeah, you guys are prioritizing all of this, it's fine. So we're going to want a liquid lock to get in here, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to have, let's see. I think we're going to have one of the steam turbines over here. The question is, do I have a 2-tile gap here or a 1-tile gap? I think I can actually have a 1-tile gap. The issue with 1-tile gaps is people can't get in here, and I like to have builds so that dupes can wander around every bit of it just in case. So I think we are going to have a 2-wide bit. So we'll have a steam turbine here that will be partially blocked. I could actually fit 2 on this end and 1 on this end. Maybe that's what I do. Let's think about this. I think what we do is steam turbine goes here. And then there's room for people to build stuff around here. light years ahead of your automation skills. You're an economist anyways, not an engineer. Fair enough. So what do you do then? Sounds interesting. Yeah, I think we'll just let the steam wander up here. We'll probably just block this in. And then we'll have the steam go down here. It'll continue through to there. And then this is where the second steam turbine will start, and then we'll seal this off. And then what I could put a liquid lock over here, maybe. I'm trying to think of how I'm going to lay this out exactly. The steam turbines themselves, we actually don't have the research for steam turbines. I believe someone is currently researching this. Yeah, we're almost done. That's good. Wait until that's done. A load of water here now, that's okay. Looks like it's actually sealed itself with some snow. That's hilarious. Yeah, I really don't mind all this natural gas floating around here. Eventually, we're going to suck up all the gases on the map and filter them anyways, so whatever. Right, there we go. Good job, guys. You researched steam turbines. And the sauna, very important. You need lumber to build a sauna, and we don't have any trees yet, or any acorns. So that's actually funny that we can't make that yet. So you can build steam turbines out of lead, because they have an overheat temperature of 1000, and they won't work above 100 degrees anyways. So you may as well just build them out of lead. That's what you have. So what I could do, actually, I could make this one tile less wide. Sorry, guys. I've had a clever thought. Sauna is mandatory for... God. I like saunas. It's funny. They have some interesting quirks about the heat from the steam. And I'll go into that in a bit more depth later. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll put a steam turbine here. So... Oh, wait, this isn't going to be block bomb term, is it? Oh, I just made a silly mistake. Let's see. I think what actually makes sense is for me to just put the steam turbines here, directly on top of it. Like this. I mean, there's two options. I could either try and... I can't have it be exactly symmetrical because the steam turbine is 5 wide and the geyser is 2 wide. So I think I do it like this, and then I put another one at the end. So I think that'll be over here. Yeah, I'm changing my mind a lot. Right, so... what we actually do is... these two ports will be open here. I'll shut this one. We'll open this up later. And then this is actually going to be out just outside the map. So don't bother with this. Sorry guys, I'm making you deconstruct a load of stuff. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm doing. So we're going to block this one off here. And then we're going to have the steam wander down here to this one. That is the full extent of where the steam is going to go. So this will, I mean, I'll open this up for now. But this will be the full steam chamber. Steam will go up here, it'll go up here, and then it'll go up here as well if it doesn't have anywhere else to go. So that should be enough to allow all the gas to move. In fact, you know what? I'm going to put in a fourth one. We've already built this stuff. I'll put in a fourth one just to make absolutely sure that it doesn't overpressurize. Why not? It's only lead. So let's see. So we're going to remove that. We'll put this in here, block those three. These two will be open. These two will be open. And then this will be the extent of the steam chamber. So cancel this. Steam turbine goes here. We have enough plastic to do this as well now, so that's good. So You only need 3 for this level of steam, but this will be enough to make sure the room never overpressurizes at all, I imagine. I like how this looks. I could even bring this in a little bit, but I might put some other stuff in here. Maybe I'll boil some polluted water in here. Because we do... Actually, yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll boil polluted water in here too. Because we're going to have enough capacity for 3.2 kilograms per second. And because of how the heat calculation works... let me actually just really quickly... Sorry, I'm just going to go find a link to the page where I get all this information from. Because I'm not going to explain it because it's going to take too long. But if you haven't already looked on the wiki, have a look there about the steam turbine, and it really explains the heat mechanics behind steam turbines, and it explains what we're doing. But the long story short is, by limiting the flow of the steam to 2 ports, we can extract all the heat from the steam vent up to about 360 degrees. And after that point, you can't really grab it because you'd have to have one inlet available, and then it just takes half the flow rate because of how the steam turbine works. Or it just generates half the power. You don't get the full power output out of one inlet ever. So it makes sense for us to dump some water in here to cool this down to about 350. And we get to process some of this polluted water at the same time. Or any other water source that we want to boil. So we could do that as well. Yeah, building this way will allow us to do that. Which I like. I think this is a good plan. It will make more sense once it's built. But yeah, steam turbines are kind of complicated. But in terms of power, these will be running at full whack. So we'll want a conductive wire for each set of steam turbines. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug them into my transformer brick that I've already made. These are the inlets. And I tend to connect them with the bridges. This is not a very good spine compared to my normal ones, but it exists. So this conductive wire will go... And then we'll do exactly the same over here. We'll leave a gap there, because we're going to want a consumer to go through there at some point. That wire will run here. I'm glad we have enough lead to do this. So we'll get about 3.5 kilowatts total off these steam turbines when they're active. And that will go into our transformer spine here in these transformers, which then leave it onto the heavy watt wire, which connects to all our batteries. And then whenever we have a device use power, like the arcade cabinet, that will come off a consumer line at the other end of these transformers. Well, that's the plan. Right. I can remove these because we're just going to have this be outside the actual steam room. And then we'll need a thermo aqua tuner with a cooling loop for all of this, and we'll need another steam turbine for that. And obviously you don't want to have that in the steam room because it's going to get too hot. But what I could do is I could just put that... That one's not going to get too hot, so we can connect it up to this power line. I could just put it over here. I think of the best way to lay this out. Because what I'd like to do... Maybe I just... Actually, I think I'm going to put it just down here. Yeah, I think this is what we're going to do. I'm going to put another steam turbine down here. That is going to connect to a thermo aqua tuner. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have... We're going to have a liquid lock here made of oil and petroleum. This is going to be cold steam. People can wander through the cold steam to get to the natural gas room. Because they're going to be in exosuits anyways. The issue with that is I want people to still be able to wander into this room if they need to. I guess they're not going to have to do it too often. Maybe I'll just put that over here. I could just do that. So I need to make sure this isn't actually... Oh, wait, I'm being a fool. I know what I should do. I should do this. So we put the liquid lock here. Steam is going up here. There is some heat transfer out here, so we'll make this a double lock. And put some vacuum in the middle. I should vacuum this out at some point, really. To remove heat transfer from this room. Because it gets a little bit hot in here. But that's not a huge priority. There's not so much heat in there. There's a lot of heat in here, actually. This stuff is probably going to start overheating soon if I'm not careful. Battery, not so much. That should stick around until 125. But this gas is 150, so it will eventually overheat with the low pressure. I think the plan was for me to cool this room, but there's not a huge amount. There's not going to be a huge amount of gas pressure in here, so that's going to be quite difficult. I don't know. We'll see what we do. But yeah, we'll have a liquid lock here. We'll have another liquid lock here, and then that's how people can get in to this bit, and then this will be vacuum. We just need to make sure this doesn't break, which it shouldn't, because if this is 500 degrees, the petroleum, what temperature does that boil at? That boils at 540. Yeah, so long as we have petroleum as this top layer, I mean, this oil could eventually boil. We could just fill the whole thing with petroleum. That doesn't seem very efficient. Don't know. But I like this bit down here. I think this makes sense, because then that's right next to the base. People can get in here and access this pretty easily. We'll keep this water in here, because we'll boil it anyways for the cold steam room. And then this is actually going to be completely separated. So the annoying part is we're going to have to break into here at some point, and all the steam's going to come out, and it's not going to quite work properly. There's going to be natural gas in here. Steam should rise to the top. Hopefully it'll just crush the natural gas down, and then we can pump it out somehow. Although the pumps are going to get way too hot. I may be overextending myself doing this, but we're going to try, damn it. It's fun. So we'll have a door here. I like putting doors here just so we can limit access and egress. Hold on, what's happening to my internet? Sorry, the internet just cut out. Oh, god damn it. We're back. We're back. I think. Yeah, sorry, that was my end. My internet's been shit lately. We're gonna switch over to a new provider this month. Partly because our contract's up, and partly because these guys have not maintained a very consistent service, to be honest. Hold on. There we go. Put a door here too. I'm gonna remove this storage bin. And what we're going to do is we're going to put in a mini gas pump, and we're going to vent this, because I want liquid, I want vacuum in here long term. We may as well do this at the same time as all of these. We may need to go back to the other asteroid and grab some more oil and do a bit more oil refinery. And I have got an oil refinery in our natural gas room, which is where we should be using it. But I also have one up here, which is just exposed to the base, and there's already natural gas floating around anyways. Interesting. Yeah, we'll need to get this water out of here. So I'm going to do a pro gamer move, and I don't want to build a mesh tile here. This is too much water to sweep. Right, here's the plan. I'm going to build a tile here. We're going to block it off, and then we're just going to dump all of the water. No, that's going to break these plants, isn't it? You ever think? There's a smarter way of doing this. I want to shift all that water into there. So I'll just remove these tiles and then we'll retile them in sequence, maybe? No. No, I know what I'll do. I'll just build a tile here. Fill this up. Remove this. Let all the water slide into there. That's what we should do. Surprise, my brain is actually engaged for once. Let's see. I'm going to build bottle emptiers in here too. These don't overheat, so you can make these out of whatever isn't going to melt. I'm honestly kind of surprised I'm doing this with... Oh. No, I didn't need to dismantle that. My bad. I'm actually kind of surprised I'm doing this with just 8 dupes. It feels a little bit overly ambitious. Skills, what have we got skills-wise? We got lots. I'm going to start giving everyone atmo suits. We need atmo suits. Or rather, suit training. I should prioritize that above everything else now. I mean, I guess people don't have to wander too far for this build, but, yeah. I like how this is looking. It's turning into some kind of pyramid. I mean, people won't be able to get in here super easily, but it'll be good enough. And the important thing is that we're positioning these steam turbines so that the steam pressure dissipates well. Who's trapped? Yes, that makes sense. You can just hang out for a little bit. I'm gonna remove these ladders. Go on. Go for it. You got 8 dupes that cycled 2200. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think what I'm going to do... Did I just delete all that water? No, I didn't. That did get moved into there. That's good. Yeah, I think the honest plan is we're going to have 10 dupes per planet max. So we'll have 10 dupes here, then we'll set up 10 on the other planet, and then we'll keep going. Maybe. But perhaps we'll just have 20 dupes total, 10 on each planet. That seems like a decent plan. Anyways, this pipe was built. So I'm going to hook this up now. We'll just connect this to the same loop. I don't think I'm even going to fill it with more water. I think this is fine. We don't need it to be continually cooling this. There's a fairly large amount of mass in here. I just need to take some heat away from this stuff. I think we may need radiant piping here. Yeah, I'm going to put some radiant piping in. We can make that out of iron. That's fine. I'm really going to spend 1,000 iron on this. No, 800. That's okay. We'll do that. I guess this top bit isn't doing very much. You know what? We'll make the bottom bit radiant, and then the top bit can just be granite. In fact, what I might even do, actually, is just disconnect this. Hold on, no. Yeah. Just let it go through here. And we'll just run it through the bottom, because that's the bit that's conducting all the heat anyways. Yeah, I think that's a good plan. I like the pipe noises. They are very satisfying. I love that Pliers is official now. Now I don't have to feel guilty using it. But it's just clearly, I just enjoy it. Right, let's see. So we can take this polluted water and store it in the reservoirs as well. So let's flip that bridge. Take this water back. Deconstruct this bridge. Then we need to sweep up all of this. And we've got oil. We do need people to make... petroleum. Where is this polluted water coming from? Do we have polluted ice here? We do have polluted ice here that's still melting. Well, it's okay, I guess. I don't really mind that. I'm going to sweep all of this up. Then if anything else melts, we'll keep pumping it. You're in the process of replacing your refinery coolant from petroleum to supercoolant. Nice, nice. I have actually made supercoolant before. That is something I've done. I don't tend to get very far into late game, but I did manage to get that far. Once. So this is the water we're going to be boiling for the cold steam room. Now, this is going to be a cold steam room. So an iron thermo aquatuner should be fine, provided we have enough buffer mass. So thermo aquatuners have an overheat temperature of 125 by default. Oh, you can't make it out of iron. You have to make it out of steel or gold. Ah, well that sucks. Do we have any gold amalgam? I don't think we do. There shouldn't be any on this planet. We're going to have to make a little bit of steel for the aquatuner then. Oh, that's annoying. This bit is tall enough that we can use it as a metal refinery room. We could even put the metal refinery in here. Use it to make our first lot of steam. Just use it to boil this water as well, and then build the thermo actuator. I think that's what we do. But first of all, I can have some of your steel. Yes, please send me one steel care package. I was going to put the mini pump here. We can research the mini pump. That seems worthwhile. It's going to take a while though, I guess. I guess it's not urgent that we do this, but that's fine. So let's see. We're going to put a metal refinery in here. I'm beginning to think this might take more than one stream. I could put a regular gas pump in here, but I want to keep these here. Actually, you know what? No. Stop doing this. We'll just remove one of these bottle emptiers. That's stupid. Look at it. We don't need both bottle emptiers now. But yeah, we'll make... Let's see. Metal refinery goes in here. That power wire is going to overload, so we'll have to connect something differently. We don't have any ceramic. I would like to make this out of ceramic if we're going to have it in a steam room. Means we need to refine some clay. And I think we do have some clay because we've been using deodorizers. We've got 2 tons of clay. We can make some deodorizers. So let's just do that quickly. What's this room going to look like? We're going to have the metal refinery here. We'll have a lamp and stuff, but we won't bother building that until we have steel. So we'll put the kiln here. We'll just make some ceramic. In fact, I'm just going to fill up the kilns and we'll remove them after the fact. There you go. Make some heat in here. That's fine. Drop crude oil in here. Let's do that first. We'll sweep all of this stuff out here. Hope the internet improves. I think it's okay at the moment, but perfect. Wire bridge is overloaded. That's fine. That will be from earlier. We'll get fixed at some point. So this steam turbine is just going to hook up here. So I think I'm just going to literally bring this wire straight up. Oh, I'm not. We didn't need it. For reasons. Oh, I have a good plan. Actually, no, we're going to have consumers in here anyways. I'm just going to leave this wiring like this. I'm not going to worry too much about the wiring. Oh, they're flooded. Oh, of course they're flooded. What am I thinking? Right, hold on. Right, get rid of that. We'll put some mesh tiles in here, and then we'll put some kilns in. This is going to be a very transitionary room. But yeah, this may take more than one stream to build, but we're going to have fun doing it. Looks like the ice is still melting. Good. Got ice up here? No. Well, whatever it is getting pumped. Wait a minute. This isn't melting. Is this teleporting polluted water? I think it might be. No, it's flowing out from here. That mass isn't dropping. Hold on. Yeah, look. Look at this. So we're teleporting, this drip pump is teleporting 100 milligrams of polluted water out of the natural gas room up here. What on earth? So that's definitely not helping with the gas being moved. So that's going to just fill with polluted water forever. We've had this happen a few times. Nah. Nah, that's not good. We can't keep this forever. What are we going to do? Because we're using this to move the natural gas over. I've seen this glitch before. This broke one of our volcano tamers. Like, the magma teleported out. Ah, it's so annoying, because this is where I put the hydro sensor. We're going to have to move the hydro sensor over here and fill this in. That's so annoying. Oh well. No more farters, so we'll take some cacti. At this point, the farters thing is basically just limiting the number of dupes we get, which I don't really mind. Because we've solved the flatulent dupe problem. Exosuits and the natural gas pump. And obviously it'll be inconvenient whenever we're going to new planets, but that should be... That is so annoying that that's how that works. So we're gonna need to seal this in. So now it's going up here and presumably just freezing immediately. Because it's still moving. But you'll never see the mass decrease because there's not enough liquid moving up to change the mass. Right, so we have to put this atmo sensor, the hydro sensor, all the way over here. Which is fine. I don't know why I've been building all of these things out of stuff that isn't lead. Oh, no, I know why. Because we want to save the lead for wiring. I don't think that makes a difference, but we're going to keep doing that logic. I've realized something. I'm very good at talking and sounding like I know what I'm doing. I don't always know what I'm doing. I'm sure those of you who have been here a while have realized that. So we need to remove this because they can't actually access this for building. That's fine. Have you finished dumping all the oil in here yet? You haven't even started. That's okay. I'm not going to go any faster than speed 1 because we've got so much stuff going on at once. But, yeah. Need to remove that. Remove these 3. Lead cannot take that much heat, right? At least in real life it melts quickly. Yeah, in this game it melts quickly too. Lead melts at... Lead. Lead melts at lead. Good job, man. Lead melts at 330 degrees-ish. So you don't want to put lead in any room that goes above 330 degrees at any time. So we won't be able to use lead in this room here at all. The steam turbines won't melt because they'll be cooling themselves constantly. And they'll shut off if they get above 100 degrees. So counterintuitively, making the steam turbines out of lead is fine. And is the reason why we're actually able to progress this build at the moment without a metal refinery. Anyways, let's actually build the kilns. Because we need that ceramic to make the metal refinery. And we may as well make enough ceramic for 2, considering we have the clay. But yeah. Yeah, lead melts really easily, and it actually turns into a gas at 1,750 degrees-ish. So the thing is, if you use oil and petroleum to make liquid locks that can work above boiling water temperatures. If you want a liquid lock that goes above those temperatures, you can make it out of lead. Like a lead liquid lock. I've done that once for like a magma volcano tamer. I don't recommend it, but it is something you can do. And the other material in the game that is super good for this, believe it or not, is uranium. Because don't ask me why. Uranium ore melts into uranium liquid at 133 degrees. 135 degrees, I guess, in this game. And it doesn't turn into a gas until 4,135 degrees. So here's the thing about uranium in real life. It melts at 1,135 degrees. But nobody tell the devs. The enriched uranium melts at a higher temperature, but the uranium ore just melts at this super low temperature. So if you want something that's going to be a liquid between, like, say, 200 degrees, i.e. steam turbine range, all the way up to, like, melting steel territory, you can use liquid uranium. It's very powerful. And yeah, as Karmic says, you can use it to melt rocket balls. I have not done any of this stuff. I've used liquid uranium to try and make a volcano tamer, but the liquid uranium glitched a lot because of similar stuff to what's going on here with the oil that we're using to pump natural gas normally. Yeah, let's keep an eye on what these guys are doing. We can't actually reach this. We need to deconstruct this mesh tile too. That's okay. Because they can reach the resources, but they can't build in here unless it's a tile. We want to deconstruct this as well. Obviously, we can't get in here at the moment. That's fine. I'll tell you what, it feels good to actually be building a decently complicated build again. So, yeah, remove all of this. And then I'll just build another tile here. We need to keep the liquid out of this spot. And then we can put a mesh tile back. We need to... The reason this hydro sensor, I like having it here, is because I don't want this to pump when the room is empty. I want to always have a little bit of polluted water in here, so that the pump's not pumping empty. Do they fart down in their atmo suits? They do. You'll see them smile occasionally, like Albert just did. And when they smile, they've done a fart in their suit. And then when they come back through the gate here, it will release the natural gas. So, I mean, if I was really clever, I'd put some airflow tiles here or something, but, like... Yeah, maybe I'll put, like, one airflow tile here. That seems fine. In fact, what I might even do is I might just put a mesh tile here, and then if they pee their suit, they can, the liquid will mostly drip down here. Which is fine. We have a stone hatchling. That's interesting. I mean, it's not that interesting. I'm not planning on doing anything with hatches this run. Anyways, ceramic. Let's make ceramic. So we want 5 out of each of these. Go, go, go. We've got oil in here. That's good. So we can stop dumping oil in here. We only need a little bit. And then sweep this. And then the rest of it can be petroleum. I guess we don't need to make these super complicated anymore. The reason I am is just to prevent any chance that it breaks. That's why I'm using the 2 liquids. I mean, originally it was so that when dupes fart, they don't break the lock, and it just goes like this, but that's not relevant now they're in suits. But we'll do it anyways. It's a nice... I just don't want my liquid locks to break ever, otherwise we're in big trouble. Right, so that's done. Set that to above 50. And then that is not teleporting any liquid anymore. That's good. It's not teleporting this gas either. So yeah, this is now working as intended. Good. So I can put a gas pump in here. And we can... This is just natural gas in here, isn't it? No, it's a mix of things. We can vent this just up here, because... where am I going to vent that? You know what, yeah, we'll just hook it up to the carbon dioxide line. That's fine. That's carbon dioxide, so that will just get vented out here. That's absolutely okay. So wire can go here. I'll leave that pump in, just in case we get some gases there in future. Daniel is not sleeping well because it's too bright. Where are you sleeping? Marie is there. Should not be getting any light anywhere else. Oh, there's a shine bug in here. You know what? I think we have to get rid of the shine bug. Yeah, that's where Daniel is. Sorry, Mr. Shinebug. Your time has come. He is a squad that has been sent to murder you. And they gang up on him. That doesn't seem necessary. But yeah, there's no light over here. So it was just the shine bug keeping him up. That's fine. We don't want polluted water in here. So get rid of all of these liquids. Oh, and I need to put this mesh tile back. There we go. Have you been making ceramic? Is anyone doing this? Daniel is doing this. It's good. No liquid output. I'll have a think about the liquid loop in a minute. I mean, because these aren't going to be self-cooled. What we're going to do is we're just going to dump the... Okay, so we're taking the water from these. This water is being dumped back in here, definitely. The water from these is going to be taken to all of our consumers. So that can actually just go up and over here, I guess. I think long term I'll route this pipe this way. Quite a project taming this 500-degree monster. Well, it's partly that, and it's partly trying to get the industrial base together to actually make some steel to build the act tuner. And we're going to shove it in the same space because we're already handling high temperature stuff here anyways, so we might as well. So it's a combined steam vent tamer slash metal refinery slash cooling loop. Let's put this here. We're making some clay. Very nice. Heat in here will help, although the heat is probably going to be lost in here at the moment. We've taken the oil out of here, so let's put some petroleum here. This room is not going to be heat sealed. We're going to need another liquid lock to heat seal this, which I do want to do because it's going to be steam. So I want a vacuum. I know there's ways of making these with less space, but I want it to be super robust so it never breaks. Bro, the power wire to my petroleum generators and geothermal plant was disconnected. I was wondering if my battery's running out of charge. Fair enough. That looks so ugly, but we have to do it. Otherwise we get teleporting water. This is very compact. It's a miracle we fit this stuff in here at all. So here's something else I want to do, right? So now that this isn't going to be... I mean, let's get rid of this. Let's put this somewhere. We'll sweep all the stuff in here. Remove this pump. This pipe, I guess, will stay here. Actually, we don't even need this pipe anymore, do we? I'll keep it there just in case. I think long-term what I want to do is I want to put a little petroleum storage here and a little crude oil storage here. Just so we can make it closer to this refinery, because that's where I want to put it. I want to have it hooked up to pitcher pumps, and I want to have it hooked up to pumps. I don't think we're quite going to be able to do it here. Maybe we can do it over here once we move all of this. Probably trying to fit too much stuff together. The thing is, I feel like we have to fit stuff this close together because we don't have a lot of space at all on our planet. And this is all going to be habitable stuff. We need to fit everything underneath the lava. So I think all of this crazy space saving I'm trying to do is needed for this asteroid. What are the priorities at the moment? I should probably start changing some priorities. Nah, this is fine. They're getting stuff done. We've got lots of stuff to do. I don't really mind the order. We'll just keep an eye on things. I mean, eventually we're going to want to seal these. And if nothing else, I'm probably going to want to pour some liquid on it just for conductivity purposes. Do that. Put some water in here, I guess. Eventually we'll want to seal these completely, but I don't really mind heating up the asteroid at the moment. Actually, I suppose I do. If I'm going to the effort of building this, I should actually heat seal it. So we'll put these in for now, just to put some liquid in here. But then we'll remove these and put it up here. It's crazy how you pack this all in with these huge temperature deltas. We'll see how well it works. It's a plan, and I think it will work, but it could fail, and that would be very funny. So I look forward to it. Right, yeah, ceramic has been made. Building more turbines. I'm going to speed to it for a little bit. We're not doing any research at the moment, are we? Should I do more research? Is there anything else we actually need to research? Or is it just stuff that would be nice to have? think at this point it's mostly nice to haves. We could get I think we need glass. Transit tubes, maybe. Plastic we got. We've spent a lot of plastic on these steam turbines. We haven't got a huge amount of plastic, and I'm going to save it for anything else we might need. You know, dupes basically sleep under a kiln. That's true. I mean, the base is very cold as it is. Surprisingly enough, the whole map is actually really cold because there was a frozen biome surrounding the whole temperate part of the asteroid. And we are, in fairness, running these two thermonullifiers constantly just to help. And this one is hooked up to all of this stuff, so that is doing work, like actual work. These are just cooling down the map. And then we're pumping the cold oxygen into the base, so that's staying fairly cold. There is some extra heat coming in from this stuff, but it's not too bad. But the reality is we haven't been running this base long enough to generate a huge amount of heat. Putting the metal refinery here is definitely going to be a better idea. Right, we've got petroleum in here. This is probably a little too much petroleum, but that's okay. So that's done. We are more or less out of petroleum up here. I'm gonna have to send someone back to the other planet to get more oil. I don't really want to do an oil reservoir yet. I just want to find a cool-ish pocket of oil that isn't going to skull this. There is a cool-ish pocket down here. There's still some oil over here as well. Actually, there's a lot of oil there. What I should do is I should actually just come in here, deconstruct this, and put the pitcher pump here. So we're going to send someone back. We're going to send someone without food poisoning back. I think Albert's feeling better now, so we'll send them over and we'll get them to do the outhouse first thing. We'll get them to send back some more oil. And what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to dump it up here. And then we're just going to bring it down to the actual refinery. And we're gonna relay out all this pipe. Oh, I've realized the issue with this now. So we have a pipe full of water. I'm hoping... We're gonna have to temporarily disconnect our water from the other asteroid. That's fine. We'll do that. And empty this. We don't actually need to dump... Well, we do want to dump some oil here, but we want to send it to the oil refinery down here as well. And I want to take this pipe, sever that, go like that. We'll send Albert over now. So you need to immediately do this. Oh, goddammit, I sent you in your suit. Well, we have the teleporters active here, so I guess it doesn't matter. Put the suit in here. Send it back. Right, you need to immediately do this. I should have actually sorted this asteroid out a while ago, but it's been very low on the list of priorities. Let's see. So this pipe here... I'm going to temporarily disconnect this. This is going to be where the water pipe goes. That does not need to be yellow alert. Oil will go underneath here. This is getting very silly. Go this way. We need the oil to go into here. I think the best... I think what we should do is we should actually use the oil to help cool this room. So... deconstruct this. I want to put a bridge there. I'm going to deconstruct this pipe. I'm going to put that up here. Yeah, you guys just do all of that stuff for now. I'm giving you guys too much stuff to do. So just keep doing more stuff. You now have an outhouse here. Very good. Yeah, deconstruct all of this and then build another pitch pump here. We'll get another ton of oil from this. There's not significantly more oil up here other than this. I mean, this isn't a significant amount of oil, but it's very spory, so... That's forbidden oil. Okay. I need to prioritize these. This stuff is mostly getting done. It's taking a little bit of time. Also, how do we end up with this much water in here? The answer is ice melted. I mean, this is going to be a vacuum. We're going to vacuum this eventually. So maybe this is actually fine. We vacuumed this room already. That's good. Yeah, if this is a vacuum, there'll be no heat transfer, so this should actually be okay as water. Hey, Silly Device, how you doing? We actually have a plan today, and I'm actually feeling pretty pumped. We are trying to tame this hot steam vent. And the plan at the moment is to get some clay, so we can make some ceramic metal refineries, put them in here, use those metal refineries, make steel to make a thermo aquatuner, and to heat all of this water up and turn it into steam. Hook the thermo aquatuner up to a polluted water line that will cool down all these steam turbines, and then we just open this all up and get rid of the natural gas. So, a very long and complicated plan that definitely isn't going to go wrong. I'm actually excited that I've got a big plan today, because I was kind of worried that I'd lost my enthusiasm yesterday, but it's come back. Although the funny thing is, so I was talking about playing Noita yesterday. They have actually updated Noita, and they fixed a bug for a specific enemy that I need to do a specific quest with. So I am going to go back to Noita at some point and do that, but not for a while. Sometime in the next month, we'll do a few more Noita runs. Right, gas pump. This goes here. So again, the reason we're doing the gas pumps is so we can get all the gases out of here, so that no heat is transferred between these two bodies. Because this is going to be cooled, so it's going to be relatively cold. We'll hook that up to the polluted water line. It's going to cool all of this stuff as well. So that's going to be cool. This is going to be 125 degrees going through here. Are you kidding me? Albert, you are doing nothing but pissing yourself. You need to do the outhouse. Where are you? Great, you're peeing into a... This is the dichotomy of dupe. On the one hand, we're trying to do all this wizardry with steam turbines over here. On the other hand, Albert is peeing on the floor because they forgot to fill the outhouse. Inspired. We prefer bricking a room for vacuum. That definitely makes sense. I'm putting a gas pump there so that we can, so that if any gas wanders in somehow, I wonder how, we can remove it. I mean, it's not guaranteed. The dupes do fart into their suits, but just in case something off gases, we don't have to re-brick it. And this can just go down here. This is the waste vent, anyways. Okay, that can go here. Okay, that's fine. We'll just do that. I'll put a bottle empty here just in case we need to refill this, but this one should actually be fine as water, because this will be just outside temperatures. We'll put some water in here to help conduct temperature with this. We definitely want to add ceramic to the list of things. So that can go... yeah. We've got a Sweetle in here, great. Well, the Sweetles don't seem to mind the liquids, but he is kind of trapped in here, so I'm gonna put him out of his misery. Because otherwise he's gonna get cooked alive somehow, most likely. Poor bug. Let's see. Okay, you can sweep all of this stuff here too. That's fine. Don't think anyone's really going to prioritize that anytime soon. So, yeah. Pipe. So, petroleum is going to come out here. This is not permanent. This is just to make use of the storages we already have up here. We have an oil refinery up there, but I want to harvest natural gas from it, so we moved it to the natural gas room. So, let's see. The petroleum will go... This is getting annoying, actually. I think we bite the bullet and we just remove this bit. We dump... Actually, we can be clever about this. We can dump this water in here. So let's just dig this tile.
Thanks for the follow.
Oh, thank you for the follow. Iber K, is that how you pronounce it? Iber K. I do appreciate the company. I like playing games, and it's always fun playing them with an audience. We usually play Oxygen Not Included, 7 to 11 GMT, Mondays, Fridays. I let people know via the Discord when I go live. You followed, so you'll get a notification on Twitch when I go live. So, yeah. Thank you for coming. Hold on, what's going on here? Oh, I've made a mistake. We're still pumping water from this planet. I need to sever this. Yeah. Stop pumping water from here now. This needs to be a separate line. Because this is where we're going to dump oil to send back. Sorry, Barry, you've been doing this for like a couple of cycles, I imagine. Yeah, there's the Atmo suit that they brought over seriously. We can deliver that. We can sweep this water. How did this water get in here? We got printables. We haven't got any farters, so we'll take some salt water. Crystal blossoms aren't growing, that's fine. That's not fine. It looks like the pipe logic here has not worked properly, so I need to remove this. And we'll just reconnect it like we did before. You guys talking about the self-sustaining forever base? Yeah, I've seen people do that. I think Francis John has done a run where he manages to feed a base permanently off like a very small amount of methane. But yeah. And I actually made a video about how you can infinitely scale up oil production. I mean, you can do it with trees as well. To be honest, if you have pips and they wild plant stuff, you can run a base forever off of what they wild plant. But that takes up a lot of space. But yeah, I made a video about how you can run an infinite number of oil wells by recycling all the inputs and outputs. That's pretty fun. That was my plan for getting to 400 dupes, and then I realized the performance implications of getting to 400 dupes are not worth thinking about. Right, so that's water. We don't need these bottle emptiers because this will be enough liquid to conduct a good amount of heat. In terms of thermal conductivity, water's thermal conductivity is 0.6. It's not amazing. If we look at petroleum, it's 2.0, but it's just a liquid we had available that we wanted to move anyways, so whatever, it's good enough. If it's not good enough, we'll swap it out, but it should be good enough. We're going to move this ladder over here. God, I've really just ended up with a lot of ladders over here. So let's see. Right. I don't need this pipe to go under here at all now. I just need it to go like this. And then that's the petroleum. And then that will go around like this. Then I'll remove all of this. These dupes are probably getting tired of me telling them to build stuff and then deconstructing it. Also, FYI, you need an electrical engineer to build a steam turbine. It doesn't come up very often, but you may forget to do it sometimes. And it doesn't tell you that you need a dupe needs electrical engineering to make a steam turbine. So, yeah. Right, look. We've got a vacuum in here as well now. So these two rooms are completely heat sealed. I mean, this is all one room, effectively. How are things going over here? Looks like you've deconstructed this stuff. You can't reach that ladder. That's okay. Build... actually, that's not okay. You need to build... You need to, go here, I guess. That's fine. Yeah, so what does your day consist of at the moment? I mean, at the moment it consists of sleeping. So you don't have to watch that. These guys are enjoying all their recreation stuff. Let's have a look at the power balance quickly in the daily report. So we're wasting a little bit of power. It's just battery charge loss. That's okay. We're generating it mostly via hydrogen at the moment. Sometimes through coal. Why are we generating stuff through coal? Probably for the rad bolts, I think. Yes. Because these aren't running to power anything. We were doing radiation research. Okay, that makes sense. So we're mostly just running off hydrogen power at the moment, occasionally using a natural gas. Which is interesting because I thought I set the thresholds on this so the natural gas would be used up first. But I guess that hasn't quite happened. Yeah, for some reason, it definitely looks like this battery is being drained preferentially to the one over here. And I'm not sure why that is, because they're both going into transformers. But it's definitely draining one battery at a time. Well, I don't really mind that, honestly. Go there. I like having this room. I want to have this room full of a large amount of natural gas to keep this from off-gassing, so that's okay. Yeah, you can remove... Yeah, you're going to remove these. It's okay. I guess technically we want to dump some oil and stuff in there. Oil's thermal conductivity is 2. Petroleum's is 2. We looked at that earlier. So it doesn't matter which we use. Don't want to use too much oil. Maybe we'll do that last. If we have enough oil, we'll do that last. No, I'm just going to fill this with water. I know it's a worse conductor, but like we'll have more mass, so that'll be fine. I want to save the petroleum for liquid logs in the hot areas. This one's not going to be hot, so we can just fill this with water. I mean, what I should actually do is fill this with salt water, because we're not using it otherwise. So let's just do that. And then this one can be oil. But we'll do that in a minute. In fact, I'll get rid of this now. We'll put the gas pump in here. Because this will need to be vacuumed. God, I wonder what the thumbnail is going to look like. We can remove all of these wires. Looks like we're sending more lead over. We can make remove that. I don't know why I even told you to build that. And then we can put the pitch pump here. We have the vertical wind tunnel. Perfect. Transit tubes. We could make transit. We don't have the plastic to make a big transit tube yet, but that's okay. I am just going to disconnect this pump. I'm just going to deconstruct it, actually. I can have some of your plastic. Oh, God. Right, skills. We're going to keep going towards exosuits. That is the goal. Dupe morale seems pretty low, presumably because they're just eating bristleberries at the moment. That's okay. So, in terms of pipes, we built the pipes. So now, we can hook this up, get oil from the other planet. We'll need to build a ladder here. Temporarily. We build this. That will let a load of water out down here. That's fine. We should be able to... Oh, we can't sweep that up. You know what? Put that here. You're running out of water almost at the bottom. That is another reason why we're doing this, because we don't have much water production. There is water in here, which we're trying to grab. There's a little bit over here, but we don't have... This is the steam vent. This is the steam vent that we have. There is a cool steam vent on this planet. I mean, the long-term plan is to pump water from this planet, because more of it's going to be produced over here. But the short-term plan is just to use up what we already have. And then we're going to... We also have several hundred tons of ice we can melt. So that would be a good plan. Hey, Trouble Queen, how you doing? We've been raided twice today. That's very cool. How are you doing? We are back with ONI. Where's the fish? There's the fish. Whiskers is being sociable today. She's not actually hiding. She is currently just at a an obtuse angle. Or some angle of some kind. Yeah, fish are doing alright. Frogs are doing alright. We've got a fish in the frog tank at the moment because they were sick. But they have recovered now. So they're going to go back in the main tank soon. Yeah. Hello, innocent introvert. How you doing? So yeah, we've actually got a plan for ONI today, which is we're trying to tame a hot steam vent. And we have a plan that we're executing. We're going to have partially blocked steam turbines that are going to draw out the water and a lot of power. And there's going to be a thermo aquatuner in here with some metal refineries. This is going to be a very small industrial sauna, but we're just trying to make ceramic at the moment. And then there's going to be a big cooling loop that's going to run through essentially this whole bit around here to cool the natural gas geyser and then to cool the steam turbines. So a big project, but hopefully one that will generate a lot of power, generate some water. Snails? We do actually have snails as well. That's very true. You managed to spot them. They're quite small, but we have a lot still. We didn't buy the snails. They came with the plants, as they do. But they're kind of welcome until they multiply out of control. So we're going to leave them in there for now. Yeah, it's a big project. I don't think we're going to get it finished today. But we're at least going to have enough for a decent thumbnail. Right, are you going to remove this? We don't really need this in here now that we've got so much water. This isn't quite enough water to accidentally flood this. That's good. We will eventually seal this off. We shouldn't need to wander in here once this starts running. But what I am going to do is I'm going to remove these tiles. We're going to put insulated tiles in here. And we're going to put a gas vent in here. And maybe a mini gas pump. Well, maybe, no, probably not a mini gas pump. We'll probably just brick this. No, we can't brick it because we've got the steam turbines. We'll vacuum out the room and then we'll fill it with hydrogen. Just pretend you understand everything. Yeah, this is feeling a bit like this today. Usually we don't build something like this until much later in the colony, but this is our only water source of this planet. So we are going to try and get that working first. Right, I need to fill this. Who's going to do this? Marie is currently on her way to do it. That's good. We can remove all of this stuff. Is there anything under here? There is. So deconstruct just the buildings. We're going to try and fit 2 metal refineries in here. I don't think we can, actually. Let's see. We'd have 2 metal refineries, 1 lamp, and then 1 thermoactive tuner. We could do it. We could fit 2 metal refineries in here. That'd be pretty cool. I'd like to if I have the chance. But we'll put 1 in to start. The important thing is we now actually have ceramic. And we're out of clay, so we can deconstruct this too. That's good. Yeah, salt water's in here. That's good. We'll just keep filling this until it's completely full. I could do a 2 liquid here, 2 liquid thing here to save mass, but we got some salt water from the printing pod, so I'm not even going to worry about that. Right, we now have ceramic. So we're going to make a ceramic metal refinery that's going to go in here. We are going to change the power wiring so that the circuits don't overload. I don't think we're ever going to have a case where the metal refinery and the recreation buildings will be used at the same time because of the schedule we have our dupes on. So we may actually be alright, but I mean, we'll see. We'll make a metal refinery in here, and then polluted water. We're just gonna have, let's see. We have a lot of water in here that we're going to evaporate. So the current plan is literally radiant pipe goes in here. Granite pipe comes out here. Feeds back in. We're literally just going to recycle the coolant. And we're going to put a thermosensor on to make sure it doesn't fill when it's too hot, maybe? I don't know. Maybe we'll just do some individual loads of steel to start. Also, I just had a thought. If we're using the iron to make this, do we actually have enough iron to make all the steel? We do, because you get 100 kilograms of steel for every 70 kilograms of iron. So that should be okay. But yeah, this heats water like crazy, as you say. Also, it's flooded. Ah. The slight problem. We have a bit too much water in here. Also, my internet is kind of crapping out. That's not good. Sorry, just having a few internet issues. Back. What's going on? I don't think anything specific is going on. The internet is just crapping out. I think we're back now. Ah, that's annoying. Right. Deconstruct this. If we sweep this polluted water, that might actually be enough. Let's hope that's the case. So, long term, this room is going to be full of steam. So it should be fine. I'm going to yellow alert this. Oh. Yeah, short term, we need to make sure that the polluted water we're running through here doesn't burst. It doesn't overheat. I could use petroleum for that. Petroleum will get hotter. Oh yeah, no, we'll need to use petroleum for this because we're trying to boil this. I mean, we're not trying to boil it just off of this. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Right, there you go. That should be enough of that swept up. So it's below 400 kilograms per tile. I think it's, yeah, I think 350 is the threshold. God, I stopped making sense about half an hour ago, I think. Right, metal refinery goes in there. In terms of the coolant, probably put some oil in there. Have you actually started pumping the oil? No. We need to build the pitcher pump here. We can go here, that's fine. So eventually we're going to have a lamp here. I may as well put the automation in for that now. Make that out of copper. I'm not going to make anything out of lead in here just in case the room overheats. Be a lamp here. Yeah, you guys are doing alright. This is not flooded now, which is important. You're still building a pipe. Yeah, build that there. Maybe I'll do some kind of shenanigans with a bridge. Make it a loop so it'll circulate. And then... yeah. Yeah, let's put oil in there for the increased thermal conductivity. So this is the oil pipe. We'll send a little bit of it back here. Just temporarily. Let's actually bring it in. There's a clever way I can do this. Yeah, okay, we'll just do it like this. We'll bridge it on here. No, that won't work. We'll just bridge it on here. That should be fine. You'll cool the oil by boiling the water on the ground. Yes, exactly. So we've got the radiant pipe here that the water will conduct some heat to. So the water temperature will increase, the oil temperature will decrease. It will recirculate all the coolant. We'll keep an eye on it. That should be enough to just let us keep using this until we boil the water. Then it'll turn into steam, and then we can actually set up the proper piping, which will just go across the whole area. Also, I need to actually sort this out. We're going to make this insulated tile, which is why I removed that. And I'm just going to put this here. It's fine. Take that. We'll make this insulated too. We'll dig this out. There we go. May as well build that too. You can do that. And then we can tile this in to remove this water. Yeah, you guys have plenty of stuff to do. How's it going over here? You should be pumping... Yeah, now you're pumping oil and you're going to drop it over here. Yeah, that's what you're currently doing. You've still got another ton of oil here. Yeah, let's go grab that. I need to be sparing with this because we're not setting up any oil wells yet. So that's going to go into the teleporter. Well behaved. And that's going to come out, and that's going to go primarily into this oil refinery at the moment. We're going to turn it into more petroleum, which we're mostly just using for liquid locks. That's fine. And those insulated tiles will keep the heat contained forever. Technically, no. Effectively, yes. They are very bad at conducting heat. Eventually, they will warm up, but it will take so much time that it's not... And it will take so long for them to heat the environment around them that it's not a serious issue. I mean, if you really wanted to insulate it permanently, you would make insulated tiles out of ceramic or the actual insulation space material. Ceramic would be pretty good, but it still wouldn't be perfect. And the best insulator is vacuum. No heat will be transferred through a vacuum. But obviously you need tiles for things. Some water in here. I didn't even tell you to put... Oh, I did tell you to put water in here. That's fine. We'll put a little bit more water in here. And then we'll remove this. So I need to tell you to make steel as well. And we're going to make 12... we're going to make... I'll be honest, we're going to make 15 lots of steel. But we do need to load some of the oil into this pipe. So I'm going to disconnect this one now. Yeah, I like to bring a little bit of oil up here just so we have some liquid locks. But we'll process it all in here. Eventually, I'll move the petroleum and the crude oil storage down here, but that's going to happen later. I don't need to do that at the moment. Yeah, so you're building these now. You can remove these now, I think. Someone's probably going to trap themselves. Let's see. Albert, you can have suit sustainability. Even Puff, you can have that as well. Oh, wait, I've realized we've got a problem here. Yes. I'll tell you what. Make a... You know what? Just make these. Please. Can the smelter machine be automated as well, so no dupe will have to enter the sauna? No. A duplicant will always have to work this machine. That's why we're going to put the lamp here. But they'll be in their suits, so they'll be fine and they'll be protected from the steam. But yeah, don't worry about asking questions. Like, that's literally why I'm streaming, so that people can ask questions and I can answer them. That's a reason. So yeah, don't worry about that. It's just nice. It's just nice people are actually getting involved. It's been very talkative tonight, actually. It's very nice. You guys coming over from Max and Treble Queen. But yeah, you can't automate this. So yeah, slight rescue operation. These guys are absolutely fine, but we don't want to keep them trapped there forever. And they don't have any building materials within their reach. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother yellow alerting this. It's in the pod. We got a farter. Oh no! Oh no! We've got a farter, and the rules are we have to take farters, but this one also has allergies. Oh god! So the annoying thing about this is that we have. Let's see. I mean, first of all, you're completely right. I should just get them to deconstruct this ladder and rebuild it. That's absolutely something I can do. So let's take that off yellow alert. And then we'll think about the pod. There you go. Yeah, now you're fine. Right. So the issue with allergies is we have bristle blossoms. The whole base is full of floral scent. And when allergies dupes are in an area with floral scent, which is absolutely everywhere in this base, they will sneeze a lot, and it will get in the way of them doing anything. So we're going to take this dupe and give them pills to stop the allergies. Send it to another world. You know, I think we may have to do that. There are floral scent germs on this planet as well because of the bristle blossoms, but we can just dig them all up. And I don't think they're actually growing at the moment, so we're okay. I think we should do that. Let's see, how long have we got the teleporter? We got a cycle. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm literally going to hold off printing the dupe until we can send them to the other planet. And then they'll get to inhabit the other planet forever. So with that in mind, you have researching and suit wearing and rocketry. Maybe build a pod there. That's a good idea. You know, I always forget the mini pod exists. Have we researched? We have researched the mini pod. Okay, let's do it. Let's make a mini pod. Okay, that can go here. So, yeah, just go ahead and build that. Then we'll print the friend over here. Yeah, good idea, silly device. You're full of good ideas. Yeah, these are actually very quick and convenient to build. I've literally never built a mini-pod before, but here we are. So, activate. Also, you can inspect this and get a data bank. I presume that if I build a second one, it will be it won't produce another data bank. Otherwise, we just get infinite data banks doing this. They must have thought of that, surely. Yes, pull the lever. One per world. You pressed the wrong button. Ooh. There you go. What you got? You got a skill? No. Right, so we can print the dupe here. So let's do that. Mimar gets to come to this planet, and we are immediately renaming them because silly devices saving all of their points to rename these dupes. Galileo Galilei. I like it. Yes, we have enough dupes with fart in their name, so any dupes without the word fart in their name will be greatly appreciated. So they can have researching, which is good because they're going to stay here. And they are germ resistant as well, which is very handy considering how shit this planet is. Or how shit this base is. Right, we're here. You have magicked up a new friend. And you can go back. And then let's see, skills-wise, Galileo, you can have research. That's fine. Then priorities, you can do researching, tidying. Fact, I'm just going to copy the other guy's priority. But we'll give you researching as well. Yeah, that seems fine. You can melt the pod and build another, but it's pretty inefficient. Yes, it's certainly possible. Well, there we go. Good ideas all around tonight. Albert gets to go back. Galileo can stay here. Bristle Blossom's growing. Let's remove the plant so they definitely don't grow. Or not remove the plant, remove the bug. That's what I mean. You're very slow. But yeah, we'll remove all the shine bugs so that they don't accidentally cause any plants to grow. That's why you build your pods out of granite, just in case. We made this one out of sandstone. But... oh, I see, because you can't actually deconstruct it. Oh, you can't deconstruct it. Oh. Oh. Well, shit. if I knew that, I'd have probably put that somewhere different. Let's see. What temperature does sandstone melt at? Sandstone melts fairly easily. Whatever. They're not doing anything here anyways. Galileo isn't doing anything, they're just hanging out. Oh yeah, that's true. They have a printing pod now, so they'll hang out in that room instead of where everything else is. It's amusing. Don't you want to go on the phone? Phone you can use. Just gonna stand there like some kind of gormless person. Oh, you're making a great impression. Right, let's see. Yeah, murder shine bug. This one's alright. Also, sorry, I missed your post. Lifeguard. So before you play Factorio for like 4,000 hours, the automation only is amazing, but I wish the errands could be better. Like, you always have 10 tons of steel, so you never have to bother. Yeah, that's true. I don't fully understand the deepest depths of the automation, I'll admit. Yeah, so we're still awaiting coolant over here. We need to build these tiles, which people are in the process of doing. Looks like we've actually done most of the construction there. We have a load of liquid here now because of melting ice. This machine is cooler now. Yeah, so that machine is staying at the same temperature as all of this stuff now because of the metal pipe here. That's good. It's not really insulated. I didn't really want to insulate this. We could insulate it if we really needed to. But I don't know. I don't think there's any point. Yeah, now you're just murdering all the shine bugs. Because we definitely don't want any blossoms to grow here. That's fine. Then you're just going to do all the tasks the previous dupe did. So crude oil is coming back. We are now pumping that this way. So that will load the metal refinery of coolant. So that's going to go into here. Then you can start bringing all the materials over. We need one more tile over here. That's fine. Whoa, hold on. We're almost out of igneous rock. That makes sense because we just built a load of insulated tile out of it. I did not think about that. I have realized a slight problem. This asteroid does not have a lot of igneous rock. Where did we get it all? It must have just been in the temperate biome. Not igneous rock here. We didn't send it back from the other planet. How did we even get that? There must have been igneous rock down here somewhere. Oh, look. This is so stupid. Why is the color for igneous rock on the mineral map mode indistinguishable from the background grey? That's so unhelpful. Just had me doubting my whole existence. Right, let's just dig in here and grab this. That is awful. They need to change that. Because you use the igneous rock a lot as well. Like, that's the one that you really don't want to forget about. Yeah, you'll dig that up right away. You're already on it. Yeah, that could potentially cause some issues. Yeah, this is loading. Anyone got some errands to actually put materials in here? Yeah, there you go. So now you can make steel. Now people are loading it. The rest of the oil is still going in there, so we've got 400 kilograms in there at the moment. It's already loaded with all the materials, so now someone just needs to fabricate. Okay. Good. So Daniel is going to come make some steel. First lot of steel. There we go. Good job, Daniel. Room for the natural gas. We don't have a lamp yet, because we're going to make the lamp out of steel. In fact, that's the first thing we're going to do. This will help you make it a bit faster as well. Yeah, that's a milestone, I guess. The fastest to manage to produce steel is about cycle 40. And what we did for that is we made a metal refinery in a Drecker ranch that we fed with polluted water. And then the pincher peppers ate the hot polluted water afterwards. So that was the plan. So the oil's coming out at about 130. And the temperature's going down pretty quickly. It's good. We got steel on the list, so let's update that. Manufactured materials, that goes here. Anything else we can remove from here? I'm going to remove crude oil and petroleum from the list. Yeah, there we go. That's going to circulate. Once we fill this up with a bit more oil, it will form a loop, and then the oil in that loop will continuously circulate and even out the temperature. But it's going to take a while to heat up all this water anyways, so we can do this for a long time. Yeah, let's make a lamp with the steel. Here you go. So that will be heat resistant, and then we'll keep making it until we can put the thermo aquatuner here. And then we'll start planning all of that. Right. So in the meantime as well, what I should do is vent all of the natural gas out of this room. So I guess for now I'm going to make this out of steel. We're probably going to not need this long term. But it doesn't matter. It's right there. So that natural gas... Is it just natural gas in here? There's some carbon dioxide. Whatever, I'm going to vent out. We've got natural gas floating around out here anyways. Hi, Spivvy1. What is the number one thing you need to make a sustainable base? Thermally neutral power? I would probably say water. You want to get a water source hooked up right away, because you're either feeding it to plants for food, or turning it into oxygen to sustain your dupes. So yeah, I think silly devices on it. Definitely find some kind of water geyser. Usually, on one of your asteroids, the most common one you'll find is a cool steam vent. So that steam comes out at 110 degrees. You want to cool that down to below 100 so it condenses, and then you can pump that somewhere. Or you can heat it up to over 125 degrees and run it through a steam turbine. But the steam, as it is, isn't hot enough to go through a steam turbine on its own. You might find a water geyser, which is just 95-degree water on its own. They're rarer, but they're really good. And there's also some cold water sources, but they're usually either polluted water, so you have to sieve it, or salt water, so again, you have to, like, desalinate it. But we're on the flipped asteroid, so our water source is a hot steam vent, which comes out at 500 degrees C. So we require a lot of steam turbines and some tomfoolery to do that. But, yeah. I would definitely say water. Speaking of which, I need to keep tiling this up. Oh, no one can reach this. That makes sense. Nice. What do you do about the heat and cool steam, guys? Just dump it into a thermonullifier? In the past... In the past, what have I done? I've either... Oh god. I can't think of what I've done immediately. Either we've done like some kind of thermo-aquatuna loop to condense the steam with thermo-aquatuna cooled liquid, and then run a steam turbine off the thermo-aquatuna. Or we've had the cool steam vent in some kind of room where we've generated a lot of heat, like from metal refineries and stuff, and then we've run everything through a steam turbine. That's usually what we've done. Use drip pump knowledge for the new steam vents. You know, that's... I don't think we need it. I don't think we need a drip pump for this. We could do it. I prefer... I think I'm just going to have the one down here. With how we've arranged these steam vents, I don't think this is going to overpressure. So, I don't think I'm going to worry about that. And I want to see if this works without a drip pump. But yes, a drip pump would... To be honest, a drip pump makes all geysers a lot easier to solve. I don't want to use the same solution for everything. Thermal economy seems like a secret goat in this game, secretly where all the depth and creativity is. Yeah, I completely agree with that. Like, the things you can do are insane. Like, regolith melters. Like, the regolith melters are really interesting, because the regolith has low heat capacity, and then when it melts into magma with high heat capacity. So you could just put a tiny amount of energy into regolith to melt it, and then condense it again, and you're net positive on power. Like, stuff like that is really cool, and where a lot of the late game depth is. Use door pump for non-steam. I haven't tried using a door pump yet. Maybe we'll have to do that at some point. Anyways, let's get all the natural gas out of here. I'm not going to be super fussy about this. I'm literally just going to plug this in here. We're going to remove this in a minute. We're just going to vent all of the gases just outside the room. So that can just go in here. I would like to make a regolith melter at some point. Also, we've got a load of gases around here. What's going on? Oh, I need to remove this stuff. This is interfering with the vent. I could make a high pressure gas vent actually. Let's do that. Just to avoid any shenanigans. Right, let's speed up a little bit. It is 10 o'clock. We're not quite done with this yet. I would like to make enough steel to make the thermo aquatuner and get some gases out of these rooms. So we've got enough salt water in here now to fill this lock. That's good. We turn that off and put another gas pump in here. Take that out of copper. That pump can go here. And then that wire can go here. Is a drip pump where you have a column of gas that liquid falls down, or a column of liquid that gas rises up? So we have a drip pump here. There's crude oil here. We're dumping a different liquid, polluted water, onto it at a very low flow rate, like milligrams per second. That liquid is being deleted, and in the process, this gas moves from here to here. So we're shifting the gas from the right room to the left room with the drip pump. And this was Leofar's idea. I'm not going to take any credit for it. But you've got to make sure there's not a liquid down here. Because if there's a liquid down here, that liquid will get teleported up here. It's very weird. And we accidentally built something like that in a volcano room once, and we teleported magma outside of the volcano Tamer, which was not ideal. That's on YouTube. All of my I have loads of ONI runs that we've done over the last year. They're all on YouTube. Like, all the VODs. I have discussion videos there as well. One of them is a tier list of the geysers, and that's where I talk a lot more in depth about the different water sources and how good they are. So yeah, feel free to check that out. But yeah, that was, I can't remember what run exactly that was, but that was quite late on. We made a really interesting volcano tamer, like a magma volcano tamer. But we did teleport a lot of magma, and it was very messy. Anyways, how's this going? Pipe blocked. Yeah, that makes sense. I see what the issue is. Yeah, we need to rebuild the vent. That's fine. I got distracted. So I don't really want canisters full of natural gas, but I guess we'll allow it for now. Because we're just trying to clear these rooms. And then once his steel gets to 1,200, we can put the thermo aquatuner here. Maybe put another metal refinery here. Let's see. But yeah, what I should actually do is I should sweep this and vent all of this gas out of here now. And then that'll make setting up this room easier later. I could just tile this as well. That would probably be quicker. Let's just tile this to shove the gas out for now. There we go. Speed it up just a little bit. Because we're obviously not going to have any gas pumps in this room when we finish. How's the planet doing? Where's our friend? You are over here grabbing coal. You've probably run out of things to do by now. Yes, you have. I guess... What else would you need to do? We need to actually come down here and grab some of this oil. So what I want to do for that is I want to dig a channel down here. And then we'll dump this water in the oil biome. So we'll cool it down enough that we can come in here without a suit, and then we can pitch or pump it back to the base. That seems good. your job is just to ferry oil around. Like, what are pumps? Who knows? We don't need pumps. I feel like when I play this game and other games with survival elements, I worry too much about sustainability and play in a boring way that kills my own interest. I don't know what risks are worth taking. Yeah. So the thing is with ONI, like, if you don't know what you're doing, the initial survival is hard, and I overextend frequently as well. Like, I take on way too many dupes, and then we end up in situations where we could die. Like, I ended a run recently where we were on Rime because we had like 30 dupes in Atmo suits, and we were wearing out the suits faster than we could repair them because we didn't have the reed fiber available. So the dupes ended up almost trapped inside the base because the rest of the map was like surrounded by like natural gas or something. There wasn't any oxygen outside the map. So you can definitely make survival related mistakes. I was not used to suit durability in that run. I was too used to playing it without that. Yeah, let's get this natural gas out of here. This water is actually heating up fairly quickly, but that's okay. Steel production does produce a lot of heat. And we've currently got... yeah, we've got 800 kilograms of oil in here, so there's no continuous loop at the moment. That oil is just still somewhat hot. People like playing with that off. Yeah, that's true, but it is an interesting challenge, so I don't think I want to turn it off. Yeah, pump these gases out here. And then we'll just deconstruct all this stuff when this gas is pumped. Yay! It's working. I like it. This might be the thumbnail, actually, because we're not quite there with the steam stuff yet, but having steel having steel production is a nice objective to have done. So that is nice. It's certainly getting there. You guys are hungry. Food is still going up. We are still occasionally getting mixed berry pie because the wild sweetles and grub grubs are helping produce a lot of actual grub fruit plants. They're tending them pretty well. I'm really glad we didn't decide to eat these guys. Yeah, gas pressure's going down in there. I think we can speed to it. I'm going to go for another half an hour, and then I'm going to go find someone to raid. But no, this has been good. This has been a productive session. Plastic we got now. We got almost 2 tons of plastic. That's good. I'm using the traffic overlay mod to see where the dupes are running around a lot. And then I can decide where to put the ladders. And I'm just going to put a ladder here for now because it's still in the base. I think that makes sense. That's fine. Suit durability is annoying, makes gas canisters with high mass. Oh, like when the suit breaks, it like stores all the gas. Oh yeah. Oh, that is annoying. Ugh. I did not notice that at all. That's gross. Because if we release that oxygen in the base, it's just going to overpressurize everything. I mean, what do we even do? What do we even do with that? Because I don't want to release it in the base, and we don't have somewhere to just empty oxygen into. I've literally not noticed this at all. Oh god. Why did you tell me that? I was living in blissful ignorance. I love how we just filled this volcano with natural gas. I don't want to dump it outside the map. It seems so wasteful. And just slowly reintegrate the oxygen. Wait a second. You know what? I think the idea of making an oxalite vault is a good idea. We'll do that. We'll do that at a later stage. I mean, the only thing is we don't have any gold. We have no gold whatsoever. We don't even have any gold amalgam. So we can't make oxalite unless we have dense puffs. And I guess that would be useful for that. We'll find a use for them, I guess, but it's disgusting. I know. So, Leofar, the problem with putting a canister empty beside the checkpoint is that we'll release the oxygen and it will overpressurize the base so people get popped eardrums. Because that's like 300 kilograms of oxygen. Like, that's gonna make like this whole area 5 kilograms per tile. I mean, maybe it's alright. Maybe we could just shove it somewhere that no one wants to go. I guess I'll put it down here for now. Oh, I don't want to make this out of iron. Oh, hold on. Make it out of lead. No, we'll make it out of copper. Whatever. Farm, let's go. Sometimes we want to make an ice vault as the heat economy flex. I need actual heat economy to do that. I did that on my recent run. We made a frozen block of ethanol. No, not ethanol. It was a frozen block of polluted water, but it was like minus 100 C. And we used it to cool hydrogen for Saturn gritter traps. So that's on the YouTube page as well. That was the end of one of our bigger runs. That was a lot of fun. Anyways, what were we even doing? Right, so this room is being vented. It's just full of polluted oxygen now. It's nothing in here is off-gassing. So that's good. This room is also venting. This room is almost done venting. That's nice. Oh, and there's one other playthrough I did where instead of having a properly cooled freezer... We did it! Follow goal. Thank you for the follow, Spivvy. We're at 160. Woo! 160 whiskers. Enjoyers. Congratulations. What am I going to change at number 2 next? I don't know. I'll decide after the stream, but thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I enjoy the company. We're on usually Mondays to Fridays, 7 to 11 GMT. I don't always stream, but I let people know via the Discord when I'm going live and what I'm doing. And I also, well, you'll get a notification now because followed 5 billion. Yeah, that seems realistic. That's fine. Hog and frogs. Thank you, Leofar, for the frogs. It's very cool. Yeah, we've actually done some stuff today, so that's always nice. We have a vacuum in here now, so I'm just going to remove all this stuff. Let's get rid of the pipe. I've realized that we're putting a lot of heat into this gas that's coming out of here. That was not the intent. Whatever. That's fine. This gas pipe, I can actually remove this gas pipe now. That was the old natural gas pipe. Don't remove this one, please. Yeah, put that in here. You've got 450 tons of petroleum. Nice. It's finished your 1 billion food run. That's ridiculous. That's so many calories. Your follow notification interrupted something else interesting and ice related. Yeah, so on the YouTube page, one of my later runs, we had a big freezer block that we just ran a thermo aqua tuner through. We just froze a ton of polluted ice, and we had a hydrogen line running through it. So it was pretty interesting. I can't remember exactly where the video was, but it was one of the longer runs. It was like episode 30 something. How's this going? We're nearly done in here as well. And then I can start pouring the liquids in here. Got a sun nymph egg down here somehow. It's pretty good. Oxygen canister down here as well. From the oxygen mask, so that's funny. Yeah, just let the oxygen out here. You've been going for about 35,000 cycles. That's crazy. Is that like the only playthrough you've ever done? That's so many cycles. I mean, to put this in perspective, the furthest I've gotten cycle-wise is 660. Because at that point, I've always built too much stuff, and the game's always lagging too much for me. So, yeah. The aim is to get a bit further than that this time. Also, the aim is to get some better internet, because I've been having issues all night. But that's not to do with the game. Right, this room is done. Let's deconstruct all of these tiles. And then we can start filling this. I'm going to fill this with oil and petroleum again. So we've got oil in there. We've got petroleum in here as well. They have actually been refining petroleum in here. That's good. And then what we got? Oh, we've got 2 notifications now because we've got a pod on each planet. It's pretty interesting. Well, now actually we can choose where the printing stuff goes. So let's send the mush bars. No, not the mush bars. The nutrient bars to this planet because they'll be more useful there. Very cool. What are you doing again? You're still just storing stuff. It's fine. You're not sending coal back to the other planet, are you? No. Good. I didn't want you to do that. So we've got water in here. We've got water in here. Let's dig this out. And then we'll dig this out. And then all the water will flow down here. Eventually. That's what we're aiming for. And then that will be a big heat sink. So we can dump it on this oil and collect all the oil. That's the plan. Oh yeah, this actually releases the oxygen quite slowly. Okay, I thought this was going to be a big issue. It's not a big issue. This should be fine. I was really worried it was all just going to explode out. But no, that's okay. Right, so power wire, this can get deconstructed as well. We're almost there with the steel. Speed up a bit more. I'm going to seal this end. This room. We'll put in... Now, we can either fill this room with hydrogen, because it has the better thermal mass, thermal conductivity, etc. Or we could be meme lords and we can fill it with natural gas, because this is a colony that we're already filling with natural gas. So, I think we're probably going to do that. We have a decent amount of natural gas stored up. How's this all going? We've got some hydrogen in here. We've got about... Actually, that's quite a lot of hydrogen. We've got 2.5 tons of hydrogen in here. Don't know exactly how much natural gas we've got in here. Probably about 2 tons. So we've got less natural gas. Actually, we've got the same amount of natural gas and hydrogen. I'm just going to fill it with natural gas because it's right here. It's right here. I feel like it. But we need to vent this room first. People shouldn't need to wander in here because this is going to be all properly cooled. But we'll see that once we've actually built all the piping. So I'm not going to bother building a liquid lock for this as well. I haven't been reading chat. Yeah, you guys have been playing for a long time. I have about 1,550 hours in this game now. And I think a fair amount of that is on stream now. I think like 500... Actually, that's a very good question. How many stream hours do I have of this game? I could actually, Twitch should probably tell me. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. Wait. Hold on. I'll just have a think. Let's see what Twitch has to say. So I've been streaming since December 2021. And in that time, I've streamed 815 hours. And I don't know exactly how much of that was oxygen not included. But I imagine a fair bit of it. Already a pro. Yeah, it only took 1,500 hours. Also, I have opened the temporal tear once. That was in the base game. I haven't done it on Spaced Out yet. I wouldn't call myself a pro yet. Yeah, we're almost done with the steel. That's good. We just need 2 more lots of steel and then we can make the aqua tuna. But I think I might honestly save the aqua tuna to next stream because I'm gonna have to go to bed. Probably about 10 minutes. What else can we do? We've dumped all this water down here. Let's actually build a ladder down here quickly. Now that we're damping the temperature with the water. And then we can dig all of this up. We can dig all of this up. We can't dig any of this up because we don't have hard digging. And that do... Actually, we can dig the lead up. We can't dig the fossil up. That's okay. I mean, when's your next skill point? Not for a while. We'll give you digging as your next skill point. That's okay. Yeah, you've got a good home here, Galileo. My first run of this game, my first run of this game, like when I got it, was literally a farters only run. Because I saw that you could get flatulent dupes, and I had 3 flatulent dupes, and I tried to run the whole base off of their farts alone, because I had no understanding of the math involved. And we made like a natural gas generator and a oil refinery and stuff, and we made some petroleum and we tried to feed some slicksters, but we ran out of food because I just didn't bother to feed them or anything. So yeah, that was what I did. So it's kind of nice that we're actually revisiting the Father's Challenge now that we have the knowledge needed to actually like survive. But yeah, first stream I got into was you taming volcanoes with high pressure steam. Oh yeah, that was that run I was talking about. Because we tried to make like an infinite storage of steam that we were using as a heat sink for the magma to condense it all into igneous rock. That was the plan. And I think that actually worked. Yeah, that first run, when I first got the game, was not very well planned out. Anyways, we have enough steel now. We have enough steel to make the thermaquatuno. So let's make that. And then I'm going to cry because I have to lay out all this piping. That's fine. Who's idle? You guys are idle because I have stopped giving you things to do. The uranium keeps disappearing. I think didn't we change it so that it didn't involve the uranium after a certain point? It wasn't like an infinite storage, but it was like good enough as a heatsink because there were like several hundred kilograms of steam in there. It wasn't perfect. No, Man, that was messy. Right. You know what I'm going to get you to do? I'm going to get you to finish making all the steel, and then we're just going to do this next time. I'm going to fully admit, I just want to do all of the... Oh, I never finished this pipe. That would have been a good idea. Yeah, finish that pipe. I'm going to queue up a research quickly. Let's queue up glass. Give you something to do just for now. And we'll just go to the end of the cycle, because I think we've done a good amount today. We've got the framework set up for taming this thing. It's still going to be active for another 35 cycles. So we should get to try it out. We are making progress in actually vacuuming everything up. We need to dump a bit more oil in here. You know what? Enable auto bottle. Yeah, there you go. And then we'll put petroleum on this. And then you'll go do that. We'll fill this liquid lock. Should get that done by the end of the day. And then I'll go find someone to raid. Yeah, this water is actually pretty close to evaporating as well already, just from making like a ton or two of steel. So that's good that we set up that way. Nicola, you can have the snazzy suit. We need to make one more snazzy suit. And then we can start making Primo Garb. And what Primo Garb should I give everyone? I wonder what to give them. I think this time I'm going to give them all the Cubist knits. I think that's the plan. In fact, what's the one that someone already has? Let's have a look. They're all mostly wearing snazzy suits. Oh, I can't tell when you're wearing the ammo suits. This is cheating. You've got spiffy overalls. I like giving everyone spiffy overalls. We're going to make everyone spiffy overalls. So, I'm going to make, like, 10 of these. But yeah, no, thanks for coming along. It's been pretty nice. It's been nice hanging out with everyone tonight. If you've stopped over from Max's or Treble Queen's raids, I appreciate you sticking it out. It's been a lot of fun. Fish have enjoyed the company too. They've actually been very active tonight, which is nice. We have no fishing games, sadly. The dupes are enjoying all their food. Don't think we've had a huge amount of food going off here. Which is nice. Yeah, no one's going to do this now. We'll come back to that later. Right. Time to wrap it up. Not exactly sure what the thumbnail will be. I think it'll just be the guy operating the metal refinery. But we are getting it done. And I'll have the next stream. We'll have this up and running properly. And that will be the thumbnail of the next video. In all its glory. But for now, we'll just have the metal refinery. Yes. Time to save. And we are going to head on over to someone else. And I don't know who yet. But I'm going to play some music. And we're going to find out. Yeah. Thanks for watching. It's been really nice seeing you all. Glad you've enjoyed it. Glad you enjoyed the YouTube channel as well. I need to better remember what I've done previously, because we have a lot of good runs on there, and I need to remember them by name.
A few moments later.
Yes. Yes, I'm gonna get to sleep. Right. Let me go find someone. I'll be right back. See you in a minute. Bye. I am going to go raid Sushi Queen 22. She's playing Oxygen Not Included. She's gone pretty far in her current run. And yeah, we'll go have a look at what she's doing. Friend of the stream. Go raid her. So, raid Sushi Queen 2. Yeah, there we go. Right, so we're gonna head over in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye for now. Stay fishy.